Today we are
Wow.
going to talk about a very interesting topic, a so nice topic. So today's topic is going to be love. So please, could you help me? Could you write in the chat what is your concept of love? What do you think about it?
O- Okay.
All right, thank you. Hello, Ivan. Are you ready? Let's write in the chat what is your
Yeah,
concept.
I'm writing.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So you wrote, love is one of the most important things in the world because it is a powerful. But one of these days is different. There isn't the true love around here. For instance, a demonstration of true love is the love between a mother and her children. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's pretty good. All right. And tell me, Ivan, are you in love? Kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah. I have my wife, my daughter.
That's
So
great.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
No, yeah. I mean, I have my wife. I have my daughter. So I think I'm in love because they are all of my life. They complement my life. So it's, it's nice.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes. And that's so important. You know what? I think that it is something of the most important that we have in life. Somebody told me one day that the time that we spend here on earth when we are alive is so short compared with all of the age that the earth has. So how all this the earth is nothing. Well, how much we live, how long is our life, It's nothing compared with how old the world is. And so, as we are such a little time on earth, our obligation is to be happy, just to be happy. And so, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree. Uh, it's like our mission to be happy. So no wars, no discussions, no none because as you say, we our time here is too short to spend it in discussions, in wars, in disagreements. So I think that the best way to enjoy the life is be happy, love each other, love everything, or love our job, love our family, love our I don't know our neighborhood. So I don't know. It's a way to be happy, to stay healthy too.
Yeah, that's it. You're totally right. I coincide with you. All right, so look at this. Now we are going to see an image. Here we have 10 ways to say I love you. All right, so could you help me reading them? Let's read these ones. Okay,
Okay, I'm crazy about you.
okay. The next one.
You're the love of my life.
Okay, great.
You're everything to me.
Okay,
You mean the world to me.
good.
You're the light of my life.
Okay,
I can't lie. Okay. I'm head over heels for you.
all right, thank you.
I adore so much. I adore
Uh-huh.
you so much.
Good,
You're special to me.
excellent,
I can live without you.
excellent. I can live
Okay. I live.
without you. Excellent. Which of these phrases you like the most? Is there one of these that is your favorite?
Yeah, I think it's you mean the world to me.
Wow. Who would you dedicate it to?
To my wife.
Excellent. That's so beautiful. You know what? A phrase that I really like is this one. I'm head over heels for you. For me, it is so funny. It's an idiom. So, do you
Yeah.
know what it means?
I'm not sure. It's like you flip yourself.
Uh,
Your head is in your feet or something like
aha.
that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
In Mexico, we have some phrases similar to this one.
Yeah, it's like me traes de cabeza.
Excellent. Yeah, that's it. It's so funny. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you very much. I would dedicate this phrase to my children.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Let's go to the next. Here we go. You know what? We are going to see some facts about love. I like it very much. It is so interesting.
Okay.
Aha, here we are. Look at this. Here we have some some interesting facts. For example, this one. Well, kind of like that. Okay. Could you help me reading that?
The real power of a man is in the size of the smile of the woman sitting next to him.
What do you think about it?
I agree because it's like if you are a man, if you have a woman next to you and she smiles, it's I don't know, it's like a true happiness, like the love, and it's like a sign when the man the I don't know how to explain, but it's like when the woman is happy, everything is okay for the couple, for them, for all of them, for the two of them.
Mm.
So it's like the mission of the man to make happy her woman,
Okay,
his
excellent.
woman.
His woman.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much. You know what? I would add up that, well, I could, no, I would like to change that phrase. I would say that the real power of a man is in the size of the smile of the people around him. Because, of course, it is not only regarding to a woman, but when a person is really powerful, is when his his friends, when his his relatives, his colleagues, his neighbors are happy because of the happiness that that person spreads. So look at this. Here we have another one. Could you help me reading that?
Uh,
Here they say that cuddling triggers a reaction in the brain similar to taking painkillers. What's your opinion, Ivan?
I'm agree. It's, like because if you are happy, if you are in love, your brain reacts in a positive way. So sometimes you are sick, but if you are happy, you can be okay. For example, there is some people who say, "Oh, you have a terminal disease. You have 5 months of life." But if that people spends the time in a really good quality, they can live more than 5 months. Maybe they can live a year, 2 years, or 5 years. There is some cases. So for for people who has that situation and live much longer than the doctor says because they're happy because their environment is okay. They are positive people. They demonstrate their love of the life. Not only, well, as you say, one person, maybe everything, every people they meet, they make them happy. So it's a good way to have a long life, a nice life.
Ah, yeah, you're right. That's it. And even you said that I have also heard about that when there are documented cases that when people has a terminal disease, but they are happy when they have love, they have lasted more than that, and that's so surprising.
Yeah, there is in a news a few years ago. I saw a man had a heart attack, so he went to the hospital, but he's dying, and so he said, "Oh, I want to see my little dog." I said, "Say him goodbye." The dog was dying too, but when they meet each other, they live more like 3 or 5 years. I don't remember, but it's nice because it's a love not only with people, it's if not everything you meet, and even animals, the planet itself. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It's true love. That's what I would call true love.
yeah, true love.
Aha, yeah, that's it. All right, thank you very much. Now, here we are. A flower worn over the left ear in Hawaii signifies that a woman is no longer single. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, it is a curiosity. But guess what? I guess that here in Mexico, we have something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Guerrero, women wear flowers on their ear, and so it means that they are single. And even in Guadalajara, in a nearby town, little town, there they have a park, and they in the park, uh, women work in circles and men walk in the contrary side circle so that they can see each other to their eyes. And so when the man finds a woman who is nice to him, he follows her and they walk together. If the woman liked the man, then they go apart and they talk each other. But if she didn't like him, she continues and she doesn't pay attention to him. She says, no, thank you. And so that's why, that's how they date each other. That's a very interesting use. Haven't you heard about it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what town, maybe a Mecca, I don't remember. But yeah, I'm from Guadalajara. Yeah, I hear that. So
Wow.
yeah, the people walks around the plaza and they meet something. For example, as you say, uh, and if the woman is interested in the man, he can get along with him and walk. If not, she walk away and still looking for another
For,
guy.
for another guy. That's so interesting. That's another way to relate one to each other. And tell me, have you heard well about something similar, but in the nowadays world? I mean, some people used to have relation by the net. Nowadays, the internet is a powerful tool, not only for working, but also for meeting people. So many people used to have blind dates that, well, it is something so up to date. For me, it is new. It is something strange because in my generation, we used to know face to face and we used to talk face to face also. But nowadays, well, of course, life has changed, the uses have changed. So, well, as I told you before, for me, it is so surprising. What's your opinion about it?
Yeah, there is a date service in internet like I don't remember. It's Match. Match is one of them. But there is a lot of service like that. So I had a coworker who met her husband like this. They meet in the internet, so they were chatting. So suddenly the man say, "Oh, I'm from Tepa," and she, "Oh, I'm from Tepa too," but the man lives in Mexico City, and my coworker live in Guadalajara. So they chatting and then discover that they from the same town. So they spend more time until they meet each other. She went to Mexico City, he went to Guadalajara, and then they married in Tepa. And I went to the party.
Wow. That's nice. You know what? I was a little skeptic about it, and I thought that it was so risky and that it couldn't be true. But now you showed me that yes, it can work.
Yeah, but it's like as you say, risky. A few weeks ago, I saw in the news. So in Spain, there is like a campaign with the young women where they say that not truth, they don't trust in that kind of service because sometimes they don't know who is in the other side of the screen. So maybe it's a bad man or a a dealer, a people who deal with women. I don't know how the word in English.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. The
Yeah, and
women
they,
dealer.
yeah. So the advertisement says that they or invite the women to be more strict or more careful about the people with they chat in the internet.
Yes, you're right. Yes, I think that, well, there can be good results, but there is also danger. So, I don't know, maybe when we fell in love or when we decide that we need love, we are more, well, we are in risk because it is easier for people to surprise us with something not very nice.
Yeah, so for example, usually in social media, you show a kind of life maybe you don't have. So maybe it's a like hypocrisy or fake or something like that. So I read an article too where a Chinese woman lives in a small apartment in a bad neighborhood, but in Facebook she says she's so rich, or that she spent a lot of money, that she buy the most expensive clothes, but it was a fake. It was a lying.
Oh my. Yeah, it is extremely easy to lie through the nets, and it is extremely dangerous also. But anyway, as you said, there are cases where people can really meet nice people.
Yeah, yeah. We have the both sides of the history.
Yeah, you know what? I think that it is something similar to uh, some uses in the past. It is not a warranty that people is good when you meet them face to face. Even when you know people for a long time, you can have very awful surprises.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
true.
Okay. Look at this. Now we are going to talk about this one. Psychologically proven, it just takes 4 minutes to fall in love. What do you think about it?
I don't know. Maybe as a man, maybe I can say yes, but it's like for some instance, no, it's like for 1 weekend or 2 weeks, some maybe, but I don't know, because you need to know the people. So maybe, but there is another studies that say that love only lasts like 6 months, the true love. So maybe it's true. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? I have also heard that they are reactions. They are something like attraction, not love, but attraction.
Yeah,
And so
attraction.
that's it. And they are hormone responses. So when those hormone responses finish, when you don't have more of that, then that attraction disappears. It is something like a drug. So when you realize and you see the reality of the people that you idealized, then is when you say, no, no, what was I doing?
Yeah, the idolizing is the like a keyword, because
Yeah.
usually we idolize the people.
Yes, yes, that's it. And so, yes, when we fell into the reality, well, we realized that no, we were wrong. Okay, so you know what? I think that it is also something that happens all of the time. When you see a person, you can feel attracted to him or to her, and then it is not love, it's just attraction. Or I don't know, what's your opinion about it? Or what about love at first sight?
Yeah, I think sometimes it happens, but in these days, everything is like use one time and throw away the next time. So in at this time, maybe it's hard to find a people to make to fall in love at the first sight. I think that like it's difficult because as I say, in these times is use one time, throw away next time. So,
Mm.
but maybe I know some cases, but the people in love at the first sight, but there are people who meet in 80s or late 80s or maybe 90s. But right now, I think it's hard.
Yes, it is. All right. Could you do me a favor? Could you write in the chat, how did you meet your wife? How was it? Please talk about it. Let's write it so that we can check spelling, so that we can check grammar, and I can give you feedback. All right?
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you very much. You wrote, I met my wife while I was working in a government office. She was an intern and I was a fiscal advisor. So we started talking after a close friend of mine. Here, instead of my, we are going to say a close friend of mine introduced us. So then I invited in past, I invited her to the movies, the same result. Then in a party, we started, we started, mm, we started talking and having fun. After that, I took her to her home and something happened. Then she accepted to go to the movies with me, so we started dating until her birthday. I invited her to an Italian restaurant and asked in past her if she wanted to be my girlfriend. And after a couple of hours, she said yes. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a gorgeous story. Congratulations to you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, just don't forget to use the verbs in past. If you are making an oration about past events, it is preferable that you use the verbs in past, in simple past, all right? At the end, you used the verbs in past, but at the beginning, you were using simple present. That was the mistake.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So, guess what? Now we are going to read this part. Could you help me?
To love is nothing, to be loved is something, but to love and be loved, that's everything.
Excellent. What's your opinion about it?
I think I'm agree. Yeah, because my sometimes you can love someone, but someone don't like you,
Yeah,
and
they
or sometimes
doesn't.
yeah they doesn't, or sometimes they someone loves you but you don't feel any attraction. But if the love is in the two ways, is everything is that's it. It's nice.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much. So, guess what? Let's see now. Give me a moment. Um, okay. Now, please, could you help me reading this other fact? Here we are. What do you think about it?
Which one? The surprising facts?
Yeah. Here.
Ah,
Well,
no, no, I
here.
saw, I saw. Sunglasses make people look more attractive because they give the illusion of a chiseled bone structure on top of the soft, future face.
Excellent. What do you think about it? Is it real?
Yeah, I think so because maybe I did it. Sometimes you see people and say, "Oh, she's so beautiful," but she had sunglasses. But when the people take off, so you discover that it's not that attractive as you thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so here what they said about the chiseled bone structure is that it makes something like the effect that the bone structure is harder and the soft feature face is the other part of the face that you can see out of the glasses. So yes, you're right. Sometimes we look different. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's go to this, the science of love, the six surprising facts. Number one says that guys are more likely to say, I love you first. They are talking concretely to men. What do you think about it?
I think I agree. I have a friend who falls in love very often. So yeah, yeah, I think it's true.
Yeah, it can be. You know what? I also think that it is true, but I consider that it is also due to the education that we received in the last generation. uh, I remember that we women were educated in another way. We are supposed not to talk about those things with men. So men was supposed to be the first to speak about it and to make the proposition, the proposal. So I don't think, what do you, well, I don't know. What do you think about it? Do you agree or do you have another opinion?
Yeah, I agree. So when I was in the college, someday I gave my phone number to a girl because she was in my team. So we have to make a homework. So she called me back to, I don't know why, but my grandma took the call and say her, oh, I don't know how to say, but in Spanish she say you are robona,
Uh-huh.
you don't have to find my grandson. You have to wait and see if he like you or something. So
Oh
she was
my.
so embarrassed. Yeah. And I told my grandma, no, it's a homework. She just called me to make the homework. Nothing
Yeah.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. You're totally right. Those ideas were in the past. And so we were not supposed to be speaking to a man, calling them by phone, or even, of course, saying, I love you. No, it was the man who was supposed to say those words before. If we dared to say it, then we were like non-dissent. So yes, they
Yeah.
were different uses, different customs. Okay, number two. Could you help me reading number two?
The hearts of people in love are sync.
Excellent. Do you consider that it is true?
Yeah, I think maybe because sometimes we are in love with other people. Sometimes we think something, or we think the same at the same time. So maybe that is the kind of thing the statement says. So or sometimes you do the same movement because there is a like sync. So like the statement says.
Yeah, you know what? Yesterday? No, the last class, I think it was, yes, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I was talking to another student who is a doctor, and she said that it is completely true, that it is surprising, but our body suffers a phenomenon called mimetizing. Yeah, and so it means that we can change, and our body adapts and change the shape, the function, and everything according to the situations. And so it is scientifically proven that the heartbeat of the people who are in love are in sync. Not only their thoughts, not only their likes and dislikes, but also the heart function, and even the brain waves are also in sync, in synchronization. So for me it was so surprising.
Yeah, it's a interesting date.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so guess what? Here we are. Let's go to number 3. Love can be addictive, literally. Do you consider that it can be true? Can love be addictive?
It's hard to make an statement, but because it depends of the psychology of the people, because some people are like codependent, so they need another people to stay fine. But I can call it as addicted. But maybe maybe it refers when you start dating with your partner. Maybe you can live, you can do more. So for example, when you start dating, sometimes you need to go to the movies, go to have some dinner or something like that. But you want to stay more and more time with the other people, to spend time together. So maybe that's the kind of addictive they say. So if that is the way, I agree.
Yeah, you know what? Yesterday that I was talking to the doctor, my student, she also told me that it is a question of hormones and some substances that our brain segregates. So when we are in love, our brain segregates dopamine and oxytocin, and they are well, they do the effect as the one that the drugs do. So yes, it can be literally biologically addictive because of those substances. So the brain is addicted to dopamine. So when we eat chocolate, when we are happy, when we are in love, we are producing, our brain is producing that dopamine. And so in a time, for us, it is necessary to keep on producing that in big quantities. So when we get angry with our couple, or when we separate, when we get divorced, that's why we suffer. We physically suffer because we need the production of those substances.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, too much. For me, it was so
Yeah,
surprising.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so number 4, could you help me reading that, please?
Love lowers our serotonin levels, which make us crazy.
That's another fact. The serotonin makes that we can keep control and we can be balanced and that we can be in harmony. So when the serotonin levels lowers, we lose that equilibrium. That's why sometimes we feel like those butterflies in our stomach and we are nervous. We crash to pulse. We through things when we are in front of the person we are attracted to.
Yeah, I think it's a true fact, because sometimes we make things we never expect to do in any way. So, but if you fell in love, suddenly you start doing crazy things.
Aha, yeah, you're right. That's so interesting. Okay, and sometimes we do things that we wouldn't do if we wouldn't be in love. That's why sometimes people say, hey, what's happening to you? Why are you doing those things? Are you out of control? Are you out of your mind? Yes, when we are in love, we really are, literally.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, guess what, Ivan? I think
yeah.
that we could continue talking for a long time about this interesting topic, but unfortunately, time is over. So I don't know if you want to say any commentary, to ask any question.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's a
Um,
very interesting topic. So, but we can, as you say, we can spend hours, maybe tell it some circumstances or some life experience. But it's time to go to.
yeah. Well, I thank you so much for your attention, your attendance, your participation, and meet you next class.
Okay.
Have
Thank you.
a
Have a
very
good night.
likewise. Thank you very much.